literally said that I wasn't gonna get this thing dirty. Oh, it's dirty.
What's going on, Garage Gang? Matt from GarageMC here. Guys, let's start this video out with a clip where we started yesterday, and then we'll get into where we're at now. Stay tuned.
Matt from GarageMC here, guys. We're out. We got Tim's 370, my 330, and my 370 out. Got my buddy Matt over here. He's never, ever ridden a 250R, ever. He's a Banshee guy. He's getting to ride this one for the first time. Go for it, Matt. And he loves it. There it is, right there. Sorry, Matt. I don't edit shit out, bud. Fucking rail that bitch. Ooh, she sounds awesome. Bro, she sounds deep.
Bro, he had a good recovery. That was a good restart.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So guys, he's got a 421 Banshee he's building now. I guarantee he's gonna say that thing rides like a Cadillac. Cadillac grills. Yes, I still have the word of mouth CD. For any of you guys that caught that. Oh, the echo from that thing. I gotta tell you guys, between my Banshee and my 250R, the 250R handles so much better, but we all know that already. Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think, Matt?
This thing is nasty.
How do you feel the difference in the handling characteristics?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
This thing is nasty.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Coming into the turns and stuff where that's like more top heavy.
Yeah.
This one just sticks.
Yeah.
I'd have to get used to it because.
Yeah, buddy.
Definitely. And you could feel from the big jug, you can tell like the bottom end power.
Yeah, it sounds like a CR500 out here, yeah. So, any of you guys that are in the New Jersey area, central area, this is Matt. He's the owner of R&M Automotive.
How you doing, everyone?
What town is it, Matt?
Tabernacle.
So if you guys ever need any mechanical stuff, they do full like builds on muscle cars and stuff like that, or just simple repairs. If you guys need any further assistance finding it and you don't know what Google is yet, drop a comment and I'll direct you in the right way. We're gonna go ride these bikes and enjoy the fruits of our labors. See you guys in the next scene, whatever that might be. I don't know yet.
All right, so as you guys can see, the day started out pretty good. Now, one of you guys commented the other day, after building bikes like this, how do I get them clean? Well, this wasn't planned, but the timing just so happened to work out because here's your video of how I clean this thing, man. Let's start with the trail here, the trail of dried up mud. Here's my boots from yesterday. That's after banging them off. There's my clothes. Yeah, she's a little dirty. I would say this qualifies as, how do I clean this thing, man? It's packed in the bead locks. This bike was sunk. Like, you couldn't even see the wheels. I'll share a picture right here. Yeah, so this is what we're looking like, man. This is what we're looking like. This was not my intentions, but, you know, let's go ahead and cut to a clip of where I sunk it.
I don't know how we're getting this out. I almost went over the friggin' handlebars. In like what, second or third gear? Dude, I was gonna roast the whole bank. That ain't happening.
Bro, I can't see your front tire, bro.
That's right there. It's right there. Oh shit, bro. Good lord.
We need wood like this to walk on.
Dude, this is like fucking dog shit in the microwave. Alright, you can cut that. Let's figure this out.
Alright, look. If we collect some wood like this and we can walk out there,
yeah,
be able to get it up, but we need something to stand on. But we have no. We got to go get the Kodiak and a side-by-side. I think we'll get it. Nah. Try to move the rear bumper. It's not going to move at all.
I gotta get off of it first. Hold on. Damn, bro. I don't regret it.
That was fun, huh?
One bit.
I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself.
Dude, I almost went over, bro. I almost went head first into
I seen when your body was coming back on the seat.
Yo, can you imagine? Yo, this is why you wear a helmet. Can you imagine not having a helmet on, going over the bars and sticking your head right in this shit, dude? You'd be stuck. You might die.
Where's your helmet?
I gave it to Matt.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You want me to end the video?
Yeah. Yeah, you can have that.
Hold on, I'm gonna show the viewers where we're at.
Middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere, New Jersey, which is everywhere.
A couple of twins back there.
This shit's like dog shit. This stuff is like dog shit, Tim.
All right, fellas, so first things first, let's see how the mud wants to come off with just water. Any of you guys have been watching the channel for a while and actually pay attention would probably know that my regular job is I've been a plumber for over 20 years. So I have a hot water line for a hose spigot hooked up right at the entrance to the garage. Hot water helps quite a bit. So we're gonna hose this thing off. It turns out where it got stuck that was a reservoir bed. So it wasn't just mud, it was like mud / silt. So like peanut butter that weighs as much as concrete. It's probably the best way I could describe it. But let's see what rinses off. Wow, this shit is like concrete, man. This is with 120-degree water too. I fried my power washer too, by the way, so kinda, wow, look at that shit, man. Holy hell. No bueno. No bueno. I think I'm gonna spritz this whole thing down and then let the water soak into the mud to kind of break it up a little bit, because when it's dry, it is literally like concrete, man. Holy hell. Yeah, guys, let me soak this whole thing down and then we'll pick up. Look at this shit, man. My God. Holy hell. Yeah, there's a brake caliper in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere. One of you guys in the live stream commented, oh, by the way, guys, I went live while we were trying to get this thing unstuck, man. Go through, go to like my channel main screen and click on the last live video that went up. It took us quite a little bit to get this thing out of the mud, man. Look at this shit. It does not want to come off. It does not want to go anywhere. Oh, one of you guys commented, no need to repack the bearings now. Yeah, you ain't kidding, bro. You ain't kidding. But commenter or viewer with the screen name Hennessy Remy, here you go, bud. We do get these dirty after we build them to a top-notch level, in my opinion. You know, that's just my opinion, but I think this is a beautiful, beautiful 250R. Obviously, I'm going to think that. I built it. Sheesh. Good Lord. Yes, I'm going to completely pull the plastics off of this thing, take the air filter off, plug the intake in the air box, and fully wash this thing. And I also have some repairs to do to this thing, guys. I keep having a ground wire issue. So, you know, I'm not going to do that on camera, and also it's doing the infamous 250R kicker gear slipping, which is no cool. Not good. No cool. It's no cool, my friend. Alright. Let me continue doing this, and then we'll pick up when I go to take the plastics off, guys. I can take the whole body off this quad just with these two Phillips head screws right here. Or, I'm sorry, JIS screws. Whole body comes off, man. 2 hitch pins in the back. And those screws. Wow, man, this shit is not wanting to come off. I would say this is a good example of getting your bike dirty, man. Getting your bike dirty. I was in 3rd gear, just getting into power band, and it sunk and came to a dead stop. I was sitting on the quad, obviously, and I came over the bars so far, I was looking at my radiator. Yeah, my wrist feels like it's sprained, my right wrist, which is not cool, but it's okay. We'll heal up. All right, let me keep rinsing this off, guys, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, fellas, so one bad thing about bead locks. Now, I love my bead locks. I have them on every bike. So, the issue is, these lips are pretty damn deep. You go in there where the bolts go for the bead lock ring. So, this stuff is literally packed in there like somebody caulked the wheel with mud. And most of it anyway. This is probably the one that had the least stuck in it for some reason. That front tire was completely sunk. You couldn't even see it. So you got to just take your time with it, man. Just go ahead and just keep spinning the wheel and hosing this thing out. And you know, when the water is not brown anymore, you know you got it all. Now the ride home on this bike, didn't feel it so much in the dirt, but there's certain areas where we got to like go down the road for like a mile, like back roads, not like highways or anything like that. But or in Mexico, I should say, right? That's what everybody says. So the streets that we ride on in Mexico with our ATVs, the wobble was insane. It was insane because it just threw the whole, like, all the wheels were just off balance, obviously. You got mud in the tires. Name that movie. I'll see if I can find a clip of it and put it in. Alright, I'm going to keep rinsing. This is what we're looking like so far. It's definitely going to need soap and water and a whole scrub down. I mean, there was even mud packed in the little loophole there, the ASV levers and shit, man. It is everywhere. Not a spot that it didn't get to. So this mud that's on the tires here, I'll show you over here where I didn't use the chemical I use. You can see, and this is with hot water. That stuff does not want to come off. Now, I didn't even scrub the other tire. I used LA's Totally Awesome degreaser that you get at the dollar store. Not sponsored. I used to run it straight, but now I run it like 70% LA's Totally Awesome and then 30% water. Watch, this is without even scrubbing it. Now, if you use it just straight and you clean stuff, when it dries, you'll notice that there's a film left over from the LA's Totally Awesome. That's why I started diluting it down. But like, that's not even scrubbed. I didn't even scrub it with a brush or nothing. It literally just broke up the mud and is coming off. But like I said, you're gonna have to wash it with soap and water after. Like, it's even taken out some of the trans fluid that's all over my swing arm from my friggin' output shaft seal, which I have. This side I did. Boom, look at that. It's been sitting for like maybe a minute with that stuff on there and it just falls right off. I don't think you could ask for a better degreaser for $1.25 a bottle. And what I did was I buy like cases of it at a time and I put it in one of these insecticide sprayers. This way I can just pump it and always have it like on tap, really. I think I did the front tire too. Yeah, there we go. And then I clean the plastics first before I use my long soft bristle brush, because especially on a 4-work seat cover, which I have to clean again, that mud's like, that shit wants to stain everything, man. Clean this stuff up first. This way, you know, you could use like a dirty brush to get into tight areas. You don't want to like clean where everything's all greasy and stuff and then rub that same brush on your plastics. I know a lot of you guys know that shit, but you know, a lot of people don't, man. A lot of people don't. So, all right, I am now going to soak down all the running gear and everything with LA's Totally Awesome. Then I'll turn you guys the camera back on when we go to take the plastics off of this thing. And we'll pull the air filter and plug up the hole and then also plug up the silencer. I'm being careful right now, but definitely want to make sure you put your I guess butt plug in the silencer there so you don't get water down the exhaust. And also make sure you have your vent cap on your gas cap, because without that on there, you'll just let water right into the gas tank, and water and gas don't mix in an engine. It's not a good look. Not a good look, fellas. Let's take these plastics off. I already spared you guys me unscrewing 2 Phillips head screws. Took those out of the front. So we got 2 hitch pins in the back. This is what's great about Honda. Well, on a 250R, you want to pull your kicker out before you pull the plastics off, but just out of the rubber boots, bang, she's off. I'm gonna go ahead and replace my hitch pins so they don't get lost. If I can possibly do this. There's 2 of these. This is a BVC rear seat mount. I'll show it to you guys here in a second. This gets rid of the whole latch assembly that a Honda would have, similar to a 400EX. I'll show you guys what that looks like. That's that right there. You gotta clean underneath these plastics too. Put those to the side, and then on a 250R, TRX anyway, a piece of Velcro. It's got mud in it. Take it off these 2 posts that are on the frame. Just like that. Grab her like this. Pull it off. Bang. Whole body's off the quad. Now that the body's off, I'm going to go ahead and take my air filter off. I'm going to clean it too, even though it's not even dirty. But we got some junk down in there. This is all filthy. So I'm going to take the air filter off, and then I'm going to put a plastic bag over the intake with another hose clamp. This way I can hose all this down and not have to worry about getting water in my engine. Wow, man. That mud got everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Other things I got to do. I keep having a ground issue. So when it won't start, well, one thing that happened when it hit the mud, it like literally twisted this whole thing down, and because my body almost went off the bike, you know, hitting it at like realistically probably 20 something miles an hour to a dead stop. Kind of sprained my wrist a little bit, but we're okay. Ended up having to loosen this bolt and then tighten it back down, and then it fired right up. So similar issue I've been having with this bike. So I'm going to do a jumper. I think I'm not getting enough ground to the engine, even though I did clean the powder coat off to the points where the engine grounds to the frame. I ended up doing an extra ground wire here, but I'm going to redo this. And while I have this bike apart, well, you know, with the body off of it, have a little bit of a leak, man. So the gasket ended up failing up here in front of where the countershaft balancer is. So it's leaking a little bit of trans fluid out. I got a brand new clutch for this bike. I also have black silicone hoses because the red doesn't really match, but I might leave it because I have a cased skid plate for this thing, and it's in red. So, you know, might just leave that, not sure yet. I got new seals for the output shaft seal. And what else do I want to do? There's just a couple little things that I want to button up, things that, you know, you think are good when you first build something and then you want to change it. So, just is what it is. So yeah, ground wire, clutch cover gasket, possibly the silicone hoses, possibly skid plate, and then I also have a XFR aluminum skid plate with a chain slide integrated into it. What else? That's about all I'm needing to do. I'm not going to do the changing the clutch. Oh, kicker gear is slipping. I'll show you guys what you know, why that happens. All right, so here's the skid plate. I got a Tusk clutch. Here's the hardware for the other skid plate for the main frame. Seal kit, new clutch springs, new clutch cover gasket, OEM of course. And then the kicker gear. Here's the black hoses. And I got new billet kicker gear spacers that will help the slipping, because that's an 85 ATC 250R bottom end, and they are known for these teeth in here getting rounded off, and you'll go to kick the bike and you'll feel like you're on something, and then it just whap, and then you get railed in the shin, which is not fun with that billet kicker I got on that bike. So I'm not going to do this stuff on a video. I'm just repairing the bike, so just letting you guys know what's going to be going on next with the TRX 330R. that I do love this bike, man. I do love this bike. Just looking over everything. Didn't bend anything. I was worried about my tie rods because when I hit that mud, it was pretty violent, man. It was pretty friggin' violent. But all right, let me get my air filter off and scrub this thing down the rest of the way, and then we'll pick up. Putting a plastic bag with a hose clamp on it. Make sure it's nice and tight. You guys are going to be soaking your bike down like this thoroughly. Make sure all your other clamps and boots are on, nice and tight, not hanging off anywhere, kind of like this one is here, but that's because it's a 39mm PWK, so this boot is stretched on. It's on there nice and tight though. Don't have to worry about any water getting in there. I mean, you don't want to concentrate soaking water on your carb anyway, even though it is, you know, waterproof. You know, you can get water down the threads, possibly. You also don't want to, if you're using a power washer, do not blast a power washer like in where your seals are anywhere, or your ball joints or anything like that. You guys could, you know, spray water in there, rinse out the grease, and get premature wear and all that stuff. For the most part, quads are waterproof though, up to, you know, their intake tube. You also don't want to concentrate too much water flow on your electrical like connections and everything like that. You can glaze over them, but don't like just hold it there, you know. And yeah, any other tips? That's all I can think of. Let's go put this go bag together real quick. I'll show you guys this, and I got a cool product to share with you too. If any of you guys are wondering, yes, the Banshee got filthy too. She got filthy as well. Not gonna clean this one on camera. You guys get the point. So, matter of fact, while I have your guys' attention, let me ask you something. Are you guys ready to see the 350X get finished, man? This build got like no views on YouTube, and I don't understand. I went through a ton of detail on this bike, man. We're gonna get ready to finish this puppy up, and then moving on to that 92 Suzuki LT250R build. That's gonna be next, fellas. Next full build anyway. 350X, I gotta coat the engine, bolt it in, wire it up, finish the gas tank, and I got a custom four-work seat cover made with a brand new seat foam from Moto Seat. So, oh look, there's my damn drill. I was looking all over for that. Yeah, man, this thing is 100% brand new, this whole bike. And then we're gonna go ride it a couple times, and it's gonna go up for sale. And you guys want a brand new 1985 Honda ATC 350X? Be on the lookout, man, because when she's built, she's up for sale. She will be up for sale. All right, let me go finish cleaning my 250R. I'll show it to you guys when it's done. And I got something else I want to share with you guys while we're talking. You guys heard me say I had to undo the bolt for the ground wire and then put it back together. I'm going to show you guys a toolkit that I always bring. Good time to show it to you now because I went and bought a new backpack and some new disposable tools, like, you know, because you might lose something out in the woods. You don't want to bring snap-on wrenches out in the woods, you know what I mean? So I'm going to share that with you guys towards the end of the video. We'll put a little go bag together. All right, fellas, so I got the 250R as clean as I want to get it right now. Like I said, I got to disassemble some stuff. This is all LA's totally awesome. After I put it back together, because I'm going to get oil and stuff on the frame when I take the clutch cover off, I'll soak it down again after it's put back together. You know, squeaky clean it. I got the plastics and the seat in my storage unit. And yeah, I'm going to tackle this after Jesse's bike leaves this weekend coming up. So let's talk go bags when I go ride. I got this pulled out for something else. It's all Banshee parts. We got Tim's 370 Banshee. We're going to strip that down to the frame and make that a nice, fresh, all brand new bearings, fresh coatings, everything. His whole bike is going to go from what it looks like now to like mine, but a different color. All right, so taking tools out in the woods with you. Not a good idea to buy expensive stuff, so I'm not going to take all these screwdrivers with me. I'll probably take these two and a stubby and one flathead, so, you know, like 4 of them. This isn't really going to come in handy for anything, this little tiny Phillips head. And then these will just go as spares in my, you know, screwdriver collection. Metric Allen head. Allen keys, whatever you want to call them, hex head. A whole set of those. No need for standard and metric, because everything on a bike is metric. Technically, there's only a 4, 5, and a 6 Allen head on the whole bike, so I might just take those 3, but you never know what you might encounter or what might be on one of your buddy's bikes. As far as the Honda goes, and most other quads, 8 mil, 10 mil, 12, 14, 17, and a 19. This will cover everything on my 250R and my Banshee for the most part. I'm going to add another 1/4 inch ratchet with an 8, 10, and a 12 mil socket, possibly a 14 as well, to bring with me. Some of the 17s that you encounter on these bikes means you would need another 17 to hold back on it, but when you're stuck out in the woods, you get real ingenuitive. Now, if you live in an area like I do, and you go from soft terrain, hard terrain, street, all kinds of stuff, and you're kind of particular like I like to be, and you want to drop your air pressure from one spot to the next, or you might, you know, you might lose air and you get out in the woods and you don't realize that one tire is lower than the other, you're not going to bring a whole big bicycle pump with you, right? So I've been getting a lot of emails of companies trying to send me products to try out, and I mean, it's nice to get free stuff, but if it's not something that's relevant to my channel or something that I'm actually going to use to where I can actually give you guys an opinion on it, I'm not going to accept it. It's just not how I am. You know, the whole if it's free, it's for me type of thing. It doesn't always apply, man. Everything isn't for everybody. So, I accepted one of these, though. This is an air pump. Car air pump. It has 4 different settings on it. You could do like a basketball or a football. It comes with the attachments for all that stuff. You can use it for like a little air, like to blow air. Obviously, you could put air and tires. You got bicycle, street bike, car, you know. What's also good about this is you could either A, charge it in your vehicle, or you can, you know, charge it at home with the other cord that's supplied with it. But it also has a flashlight built in, and it's also a power bank. So I'm sure I don't need to explain to you guys what the pros are of having an extra power bank with you, whether it be you're using your cell phone with GPS locations, or you're looking at maybe maps on there, or case in point, you get stuck in the friggin' mud and you're by yourself or something and you need to call somebody, but oh shit, your phone died. Yeah, you know, you got to think about stuff like that. So I'm going to, down in the description, guys, if you guys want to get one of these, they're not expensive at all, man. I think it's like less than 50 bucks or less than 40 bucks even. Great thing to have. Like I said, it also has a flashlight. There's also another mode in here where it blinks a red light, like if you were stuck on the side of the road or something, so you don't get ran over by a dump truck. Yeah, I'll put the description down in there. So, all this stuff. My old backpack was just a JanSport, and you know, it did get worn out over time, especially riding and stuff bouncing in there. They weren't really intended for that type of use. So I went to Harbor Freight, just like where I got these disposable tools here, and I got this backpack. It has, what I like is the 2 backpack straps you can clip together so it holds it to you, but it has all individual little, it's like a tool bag basically. So, you know, it's not your regular type of backpack, but it's got all kinds of compartments. I can stick my wrenches in all these little pockets. You know, you can put your money in here, and then you got the whole big backpack section too. So I'll outfit this with these tools, and you know, I'd like to find some type of auxiliary gas can that I could bring with me. It doesn't need to be much, maybe like a quart of pre-mixed fuel, because sometimes, you know, you get carried away, you get a little far from home, and you know, you should technically always only go as far as you can go with a half a tank. This way, you know, you got enough to get back. But hey, you know, sometimes you get caught up in the heat of the moment, and you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's what type of stuff, you know, we bring with us usually, just in case. So thank you guys for checking out this video, man. Be sure to drop any of your thoughts, comments down below, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's free. Smash the damn subscribe button already, especially if this is more than my first video that you've seen. You know, if this is video 2 of mine that you've seen, just hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Definitely give your boy a thumbs up, man. Yeah, I'm going to repair the 250R on my own. You guys will get to see Jesse's 426 build. It's right behind me. Very soon. Very, very soon. He's going to pick it up this weekend. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I believe after Jesse's bike, I want to do, you guys want to see a build breakdown of the Banshee, like how much it costs to get it where it's at, what I paid for it, each part that went into it, how many hours did it take me to do it. You know, I'll make a video like that. And then we are going to slap the 350X together and send that one down to the next owner. You know, I like my three-wheelers. Just the terrain around here just really sucks for three wheels. Just kind of does. Just the reality of it, you know. Anyway, if you guys want to jump on the channel members board, feel free to check that out. I have members only videos coming very soon. I was trying to wait for a few more members, but the videos that I'm going to put out for members only, I'm literally just going to, it's going to be one take, behind the scenes, what's going on, down and dirty, raw footage, stuff like that. So if you guys want to, you know what's going on before everybody else, jump on the channel members board, man. I think this one's $1.99 for the 125cc, and this one's $4.99. I got rid of this one, so it's just too, you know, don't look at that. All right, don't look at that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.